Alright, hello everyone! Welcome back to the LEGO Batman stream. Alright, let's close out of that. Okay. What was that message that I just got? Okay. Enter. Alright, we're continuing from our last save, so should be good. I should probably turn off my mouse because I don't need it for LEGO games. Hopefully this time I can be a little bit more present the entire time. Like last time was a little bit awkward, especially there in the middle. Well, nope, this is the wrong room. Especially there in like the early beginning. Early middle, like, after, like, the first mission, I started getting really obsessive and checking data. I talked to my boyfriend about that, and he's just suggested that I kind of stop doing that, you know? Let's get over to the villain area so that I can get... Oh. Hey, so when you buy... That makes sense. When you buy some of the characters, they'll start showing up in the Batcave. Or at least the hero character. Come on, let me up. You don't need the There you go. Got up the ladder. Bounce, bounce. Still really love playing as like Clayface in these games. Just because like he's so much fun, stretchy little messy man. It is you. Okay, I had my finger in the wrong place. Wasn't Jay, apparently. Right, that's it's K, not J. I spent like some time doing that. I've never really liked you, Ivy, but you're growing on me. Ha ha ha. Oh, if that one is good enough for the Joker. Those mutant vine seeds in the botanical garden will give us the lift we need. Let's go, green fingers. Alright. I got that. So they're after the vine thing. Oh, there's Jim Gordon. Stop eating the pizza! And, you know, pay attention. Okay. Paying attention now. Okay, let's... Can? No. Not that. Stop that. No, I cannot. Okay. Alright, so she has the double jump. Some form of special. Okay. Or J, not K. That's still, for some reason, tripping me up. Oh, we got the flower mobile. Let's get things down here. Can I just... No, I cannot. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to go that way, but... First, let's just kind of, you know, explore this area, get as many studs as we can. toxic waste is poisonous. Okay. Right, there's gonna be a lot of toxic waste in this level. And poison ivy with like those little green steps allows you to get past it safely. But you know, all right, let's see here. I don't know if any of them, either of these two, have the capability. No, you can't actually get that in there. Interesting. Let's jump out and get some stats here. Just gotta collect everything. And like once again, I just kind of have my stream playing in the background. Well, not. I have the chat on my phone, so I can just look down at it. So if you see my eyes shifting to it, that's what it's looking at. Okay. So it looks like we're going to need her to go up there. And to just do that. And then that's going to automatically go. Because she can double jump, she can get up there. Alright. I really just kind of need to calm down about most of this stuff, you know? Streaming at least. If I jump in there, I might temporarily lost Ivy in there until I at least, you know, get the... Actually... There we go. Break those. And Riddler's on his way, so I can just go over here. Okay. I'll mute real quick while I get my food. That's opened up. Just hop in there. Yeah, I think like some of the double jump characters allows you to sequence break the game a little. At least we don't have to worry about toxic waste, you know. That was a fun time during the Batman levels, you know. Well, all the levels where I'm basically having to platform some of this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to stand on a platform to do it because for her, that is basically just water. I think they didn't... Did they add the dive mechanic in this game, or was that the second? Where you could just dive deep into the water. I know it's for like specific characters, usually in Lego Batman games. I know a couple of the Lego Marvel games also did it with that, but like, alright, come on, come on. There we go. Just like really calm down on this stuff. I was so nervous when I first started streaming that like I was making honestly stupid mistakes. I'm like a little bit calm calmer now. And hopefully, like, people enjoy it more now that I'm a little calmer. Like, can I? No, I cannot. Okay. I know there are a couple of those that you could ride. Alright, the Love Heart ones are any female character, I believe. I'm not entirely certain about the extent of, like... Huh. I wonder if... Because I know you can unlock the Mad Hatter in this. I wonder if he can affect those Riddler doors, because, like, they might have to do more with mind control than anything else. Than actually just, like, specific characters. I know in the Star Wars games, they're really fans of specific character, or at least the early Star Wars games, they're really big fans of specific characters doing it, you know? Sorry, one moment. I got... Sorry about that, I had something stuck in my teeth. Yeah. I forgot to eat earlier, so I just grabbed something, tossed it in, not the microwave, the air fryer for me, and just did it that way, you know? Try and eat something before streams, but you know, sometimes you just don't. My mess is a schedule. No, my schedule's a mess usually, so like, you know. I tried Tuesday. I just couldn't get into streaming that day, man. I started having trouble, so I just gave up on that for that day. I'm gonna switch up Tuesday from like just an ADHD general stream to specifically playing role-playing games. I'm trying to currently decide which role-playing game. That usually means there's some enemies. Okay, no, there isn't. I love how they like make her do a little pirouette when like you double jump with Poison Ivy. I'm not certain if they do that for like most of the other females that you play. I'm fairly certain Lego has a long-standing, I don't know why honestly, long-standing history of like women in Lego games being able to jump really high. I don't know why. Like, I believe, that's like one of the special mechanics for all the female characters in Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. But for the, Star Wars has it be where it's like Jar Jar Binks is the one. Like, Gungans are one of the ones that can jump really high, but, I think they can jump higher than... He can jump higher than Jedi. I might need to be fact-checked on that. Like, once again, I don't know everything about any topics. Like, I'll know a lot. Especially a lot of surface-level stuff, but, like... not anything super in-depth with it. You know? I guess that's just kind of, like... I saw on, like, TikTok or YouTube Shorts the other day. Just like this person asking what kind of autism people got. I got the autism where my hyperfixations switch a lot, so I end up learning a ton about different topics, you know? So yeah, that's fun. Alright, oh. Right. I need to do him. Is there anything back there? No. He's like a little janitor. That's cool. Activate that. And switch back to her. Build up the little Lego plant. Oh, guards. Or policemen. Alright, there we go. Hop off that so I can punch them. Oh, there we go. I really love some of the vehicles in this game. They're just so, like, goofy and fun. Like, the vehicles in non-vehicle levels, because, like, most of those vehicles and, like, the vehicle levels are just kind of the same. Like, so far this one's had a giant plant and a giant, and a flower mobile. Alright. So that's, oh, right. Can't get my vehicle in there because it has little bollards. Oops. Okay, do not swim directly into the mines. Yep, that one's red. I should probably build the boat first. Swan boat, yep. Yeah, no, I think they did add, like, a little bit of a dive mechanic in this game. Probably. Ooh, that one's... for, like, a no. Not for, it wouldn't be for a Batman suit. It's for the last Robin suit that I haven't seen. Alright, come on. Hop in the boat. Either that, or I'm just completely wrong about that, and they did not add a swim or a dive mechanic in this game. And that's something that's I know, like, a ton of suits got added. Added in the second game. Lego Batman 2. I forget what what's like little extra title is, because like most of these games have a little extra title, you know? Like, I know Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Is like Batman 2 just Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes or something like that? Because I know that's the one where they added Superman and most of the other DC superheroes, you know? Yeah, but for Tuesday, I'm making that a RPG day stream. I need to figure out what RPG I want to play for that. Maybe a series. I kind of know that for right now, I don't want to invest heavily into, like, a, maybe I do. Maybe, like, yeah, like, I know for a fact this stream is definitely going on, YouTube, because I'm just feeling that much more confident about it. So, like, kind of looks like, without the mustache, it kind of looks like some of the designs for an early Stan Lee figure, you know? I guess, what is he? I don't know what those guys are called. I know, like, there's a red brick extra that can allow you to play as, like, some of, like, the little background characters for specific Lego, for specific levels, but I'm not certain. I think those guys would be included. Maybe, like, they're a hazmat crew or something? Let's see if we can get that mini kit. Alright, no, that's definitely locked behind a free play level. Behind free play. Like, it's just such a shame that, like, I mean, not really. More Lego game is just more fun, in my opinion, for the most part. But, like, some of the later Lego games just went a little crazy with it, in my opinion. The whole little side missions. Am I still muted? No, I'm not. Cool. Alright, let's hop down. Alright. And press that button to allow you to come over here, turn that off. Oh, he does a little, I like his little cane hanging behind him. It's really fun. I guess she doesn't. Yeah, she's one of those characters that, like, some of the characters do really just specifically have, like, a special feature where it's like, ooh, that's hot. That's not even listed in anything, really. That's like, they can do a weird little backflip move. And I just think that's kind of neat, you know? Yeah. There's that word again, you know. It's a little bit like a verbal tick for me. Like, sometimes when I'm hanging out with my boyfriend, I do occasionally get a little annoyed when he doesn't, you know, respond to my you-knows. But for the most part, I don't. Okay, what's up? Ooh. There we go. Now you're complete. Complete the Lego thing. Now, which of these villains would be most likely to... Which one's the Suicide Squad that we've seen so far? I know it's like Clayface is a casual one. I don't... You know, like, despite her popularity, I really don't think Poison Ivy would be cool working with them. Although, for the most part, she really doesn't need to. Her case is very clear. Oh, hey. Oh, it's going okay. I'm just playing some Lego Batman video game and just talking right now. Yeah, currently I'm talking about which of the villains in Lego Batman would be most likely to work for the Suicide Squad that isn't already a members active members of the Suicide Squad. So like Harlequin, probably not. Wouldn't be considered for this, but Clayface, I think he frequently works with them, so, you know. Scarecrow. I don't think Scarecrow works with the Suicide Squad. I don't know. What about... Come on. It really was. I personally enjoyed it, but, like, you know, that's partially because I was a big fan of most of those characters before the movie, but yeah, the movie itself was just not very good. Like, it had extreme amounts of found family vibe stuff going on, but like at the same time, that really doesn't work for what they were going with like these people. Like, most of them, Harlequin, Killer Croc in that movie, were clearly just not just not good people, but really not good candidates for a found family. Oh, goodness. By the way, if I'm ever, like, glitching out on here, just let me know. My internet's not doing too good most of the time, so, like, if, like, it gets really bad, I'll start looking for a new place to start streaming from, but, you know, for right now, this is what I got. Okay, come on. Let me build in peace. The new one by James Gunn? Yeah, it really was better. Like, that one really fit much better with, like, the whole idea of, a found family as well. Like, it captured that vibe of, like, a sequel without actually being a direct sequel, you know? Where it's like, it felt like one of those movies I've just seen a lot before, but truly I really hadn't for, like, the Suicide Squad at least, you know? Yeah, it was more like a soft reboot. Yeah, it really was. Yep. Okay, that's what her grab looks like. It really was like a totally soft reboot. Alright, come on. Are you just glitched out? Because I'm getting hit by these people? Or do you need, like, a special thing on you? Come on, Power Transformer. Work with me. Yeah, I think it had better not be glitched out. There we go. Goodness. Yeah, it was definitely more of a soft reboot. Alright, come on. What am I missing here for this particular Power Transformer to go up all the way? Is it, like, time that I'm spending on there? Because, like, I'm just getting punched off. No, it's definitely not time. If it is glitched out, like, sometimes this game can be a little glitchy, but, like, if it's glitched out, I'm gonna be annoyed because this is, like, the last little bit of the level. Is it... Do I have to put both characters on? I really enjoyed the new Batman. I mean, yeah, like, in my opinion, no offense to, like, the Nolan films, they were good for what they were, but they really weren't Batman films, you know? They were his villain films. Like, the second one was just purely about, like, Joker having fun. Like, they were... Oh, that's what you gotta do. Okay, there we go. They were, like, really just about, his villains. And, like, yeah, we got some very iconic lines from them, but it really wasn't a good Batman film. Like, but, like, the Robert Pattinson Batman felt like it was truly, it really didn't feel, it felt more unique than, like, some of the, Harvey Dent felt more like the, yeah, like, for real, Harvey Dent felt like more the main character, and, Harvey Dent and Joker felt like more of the main character than Batman did. Alright. But, the Robert Pattinson one really just understood what Batman really was. Because, like, Batman is a very interesting case as a comic book character, because, like, he was one of the first ones. And he really did not start out as a, superhero character. He started out as a detective, as like a detective comic, which is where DC got its original name, DC Comics, or Detective Comics. Sorry. And, like, some of his villains feel like they kind of need either an update or, I don't know, something to really just... Yeah, like, Robert Pattinson's Batman did a really good job of showing off his detective skills. But, like, Joker, in my opinion, needs a little bit more of an update because, like, he doesn't quite fit with the superhero mold anymore, in my opinion. Let's go. Why did I do that? I'm just going to go into the next area, or the next level, right as soon as I get out, but... Then I go down. Okay. Yeah, but, like, what do you think of Joker 2? I haven't actually gotten a chance to see it. It's just you and me now, Harvey. The perfect match. My endless questions and your coin to answer them. So flip one for me, old pal. Shall we break into Wayne Tech and steal their super laser? Not sure. I'll give you a clue. I really love, like, how it just depicts it as, like, the villain talking for those, and then in the other one it's just, like, a case file for, like, the Batman levels. But, anyways. It was awful. So many people have made it out to be... I mean, what's IMO? I mean, I'm really not up to speed on much. What are those things called? Not anagrams. Not lingo. But yeah, it was just kind of not very good. Or I still haven't seen it, but yeah, no, it's just, yeah, I liked the first one, honestly, but it really, again, just wasn't. It was a Joker film, and, like, it kind of missed part of the point of Joker, in part, but, like, also still got a little bit of it at the same time. Like, it was a reimagining of Joker, in a way, in my opinion, which is really good. And, like, honestly, sometimes DC and stuff need reimaginings, like Marvel characters. Like, honestly, I don't think, for, like, the Marvel movies, I don't think Tony Stark would be as popular if he was his comic book self. Because, like, he's just not a very good person, in my opinion, in most of the comic books. Stevie, what are you doing? Stevie, no. That is mine. Stevie, no. Sorry, my cat is trying to get into... Yeah, the first one is really good. It's just not... It's just a reimagining of the Joker the whole Joker thing, and, like, Joker works best in the comics, in my opinion, if, like, it's very much, he doesn't care about his backstory, you know? Like, he doesn't care about his motivations, he just cares about what will annoy Batman the most that day. Because, like, that's how he was really designed. I really miss when... Yeah, I really, really stopped paying attention to the Marvel movies. Kind of... My boyfriend was the only reason why I actually watched, the Doctor Strange movie, so, like, you know, I kind of dropped out of that whole thing quickly, quickly after that, you know? But, like, yeah, no, the Marvel, yeah, the Marvel movies were, yeah, and then, purely because my boyfriend was into it at that time, he's still mostly into the MCU, but, like, it's really more low-key, and my opinion, he's kind of in the stage of, like, going, it was so much better when it wasn't, like, all connected, which is my opinion, too. The MCU movies really work best when they aren't a monolithic story that's trying to be told. Alright, so it's blue, red, yellow, green? Oh, cool. When it's, like, not a monolithic story that's trying to be told, and, like, they're not just building up to the next big threat over and over, like, it's in part, like, oh, how do I explain it? Kind of not really what the comics struggle with, but, like, it kind of falls into that trap of the comics, you know? Where it's like, without understanding the out of the comics, you know? Like, because, like, the comics basically have it be where it's like, every big arc, like, there's, like, the comic format is more set up for, like, a good TV show or something, where it's, like, every season there's a new villain, and even then, one of, like, the main things about, like, the comics nowadays is just, like, not every time the same writer's gonna be writing it, you know? But yeah, like, one of my personal opinions is, like, DC, they make okay movies occasionally. Do not look up the recent Harley Quinn comic. It is just all bad. But, like, they make okay movies occasionally, but, like, it's really hit or miss, honestly. Alright, so then I hop over here. There's been some Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Panther 2. I haven't seen any of those, unfortunately, so I'll have to take your word for it, but I did see some of the TV shows, specifically Moon Knight, because my, I really like Moon Knight, and that was pretty much it. I think I got, I think, like, one of the things that kind of not fully did it in for me in like, my mindset of, like, oh, I should stop while I'm ahead with, the MCU movies, but, like, kind of, was just both Thor: The Dark World and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was, like, the ones that I saw that were, like, a little bit... Yeah, no, Disney definitely made way too many way too many Marvel shows, like... Alright. Oh, cool. Alright, and then I smashed that. Way too many Marvel shows, like... Oh, I can't even think of them all off the top of my head. OMG, The Dark World. Oh, yeah, it could have been good, in my opinion. Like, it really could have been good, in my opinion, but they just fumble it so hard. Yeah, but like... Can I... No, I cannot. So... How do I... How do I get that second one? Usually... Alright, well, let's... Okay, follow the line. Oh. Right there. Yeah, like... It was just so much of a nothing burger, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just... It felt like a few of the episodes were really good in like the earlier seasons, and then it just started losing me, in my opinion. Like, I'm one of those people who will advocate constantly for like, oh, if you don't like a show, you shouldn't, you know, be really upset at its fans or anything. If they can find enjoyment in it, good. But like Thor: The Dark World, I cannot. I'd really love to meet someone who really enjoys Thor: The Dark World, so I can ask them why. You know? Oops. Also, hot take. I really liked Ben Affleck. Yeah. Ben Affleck as Batman. I never really watched those movies, unfortunately. Wait, Ben Affleck. Who's Ben Affleck? I never know celebrities or people. He wasn't the Dark Knight? That was Nolan, or was that the director? But yeah, the DCEU has just been a big mess. I feel like the DCEU should drop. He was... Oh, Batman v... He was that one, the one that I've been referring to as Why did I think it was Nolan something? Was that like an earlier Batman, or... I have no clue. I am really horrible about, like, remembering celebrities. Like, for the longest time, I could recognize Hugh Jackman in, like, certain roles and just not remember his name at all. Like that, and then that one looks that, and then I wonder what that timer thing is, because that's... but yeah, Christian Bale played... Yeah. But no, like, the Batman v Superman, I really, it wasn't that it was like it wasn't a particularly good movie. I think most people can think that, but like, it had its moments. Like, its Lex Luthor was really actually kind of interesting and kind of cool, but it felt like he had been told that he was auditioning for a Riddler spot, in my opinion. Because, like, just the manic energy did not work super well for a Lex Luthor. But, like, honestly, yeah, like, some of those people were acting their heart out, and then you got moments like the Martha thing. Like, the Wonder Woman movie was actually really, really good, in my opinion. I think most people agree on that. Yeah, the Lex... Like, he was really good as an actor, not as a Lex Luthor. Like, just straight up. Like Lex Luthor should never be the manic energy kind of guy. He should be the guy who's... Oh, one of, like, the moments in the comics that's, like, constantly mentioned by, like, my boyfriend is one of the problem with... Yeah, it tried to do too much at once. It really muddled its plot, in my opinion. Like, it had the Martha subplot, and then it had Doomsday in it. Like, pick a movie and make it, you know? Like, Batman v Superman in the comics, made by a really, let's say, interesting person. Alright, green, red, yellow, red, green. Made by a really interesting person, let's say. But, like, that comic managed to pull it off well. Pull off the Batman v Superman thing, because one, it was working with a Batman and Superman that were already established with each other, so like it had that dynamic where they were friends first and foremost, and like it also handily avoided the having to explain why Batman could actually take Superman in a fight, and it was because he stacked the deck so hard against Superman, and then like it was also the second move. Alright, the second DCEU movie ever made. Yeah, like they tried to backlog a Marvel level, like a Marvel level amount of content in it, like. Not in the manner that, like, Marvel managed to pull it off better, but, like, a full Marvel cinematic universe at that point level into it, in my opinion. So it's, like, that's why it really struggled so hard. But, yeah, the comic version of Batman v Superman had, like, Batman and Superman be friends prior to this, and it... Do not read the second one, because I won't tell you how, but, like, honestly, it's just bad. Like, bad. So, like, if you're gonna read the Batman v Superman in the comic, just avoid the second one, because, you know, it's really bad. The first Wonder Woman was amazing. Yeah, like, the first Wonder Woman movie managed to really pull it off. I never watched the second one, but, from what I understand of what people have agreed, of what people have posted online and stuff, that's probably a good thing. So, like, you can just break that door. Yeah, but, like, they just tried so hard to fill as much, like, fill in an entire universe into one movie as they could when like, the Marvel Universe took the time to just straight up, the second one was weird. Yeah, I heard, like, there was a big fuss about it for a little bit, in, like, specific groups that I was in, but no one really talked much about it, like, after it first came out, so, like, you know, I really don't know, about it. I remember seeing that it introduced the cheetah into that, which, you know, is an interesting little thing, and like the cheetah could be a very good like, one of my complaints mainly about like the MCU is that they get rid of their villains too quickly, you know, like movie that's introduced, Whiplash is gone, and Whiplash is like one of the reoccurring villains of Iron Man. So, like, you know, actually keep a villain around for a little bit. But, like, I don't know if they did that in the Wonder Woman movie, or the second one. But yeah, it just, I really don't know much about the second one, so I can't speak of any authority at it. Come on, stop shooting me. I know you're a policeman and doing your job here, but okay, I'm not gonna say that. Not gonna say that at all. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Got the thing. Yeah, but like, so many people, in my opinion, just misunderstand comic book characters and what makes them good. Like, for example, like Star-Lord, in my opinion, is really good, in like the sense of he makes sense, he's very fun, he's just a good character, but then they like change things around so much that like he's unrecognizable from his actual comic counterpart until they literally change the comics to match the movie more, because the movie's character was more popular. But like Drax the Destroyer, I don't know of anyone at all who would be like, oh yes, Drax the Destroyer is my favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy. And like, which is a shame. Drax in the comics is really, really cool. He like fights Thanos on a, you know, on a regular basis and manages to win. Like, yeah, it's just really weird that, like, okay, the freeze can, the vine seeds, the super laser, and the key, all pieces of a glorious puzzle. Put them together, and what have we got? The Gotham Gold Reserves. A prize awaits. Yeah, like, I expressed this in, like, the first time that I was playing this on stream, that, like, Riddler's scheme seems the least damaging of all of the schemes that the villains have going on. Like, Riddler is basically just trying to steal gold from this version of Fort Knox. Did you ever? No, I heard that the CGI was really bad and stuff, and I already basically got burned by the CW Flash TV show. Just, not that it was bad to begin with, but it got frustrating after a while. You know? The CGI was horrible in that movie. Yeah, really. I've seen like a couple images of it and like stuff, and really, really bad. All right, hits the, cooks the chicken, weather vane. I don't even know how that's possible. Yeah. All right. Let's get in to the Gotham Reserve. Nope. Oh, I hate that helicopter. I hate it so much. Because, like, it's just gonna shoot me every time it spots me. And, like, I've played this game before, so I kind of know what I'm mostly doing. And, like, I remember distinctly that helicopter being one of the most annoying things ever in this level. Yeah, but like the Flash movie, it could, I'm gonna say this a lot for like any movie, it could have been good if it was just done better. like, there's this concept in, writing called, bathos. And, bathos happens in, like, some minor forms and some major forms. And, like, one of the things with, like, bathos is if it's unintentional, it just basically, yeah, you know, get better at your art. And that sucks to say to someone, but, like, yeah, if it's unintentional bathos where it undercuts the moment and, like, just makes it worse, just get better at your art, and that'll go away. But if it's intentional bathos, where I also just don't see Ezra Miller getting in any work anytime soon. That dude needs some serious help. Ezra Miller. Who's Ezra Miller? I know he's an actor, but, like, I'm really gonna, like, sound just incredibly, yeah, he played Flash in the Flash film. Alright. Yeah, like, yeah, I know no actor by name, aside from, like, Hugh Jackman, Christopher Lee, who is dead. Like, my family was a big Lord of the Rings family, so, like, of course we heard every time we watched that movie or the Star Wars movies, that, like, oh, Christopher Lee died, and, like, yeah, it's sad, but at the same time, stop cramming it into literally every time we sit down and watch movies that star him. Just let him die normally, without, like, a big hullabaloo every time we see him. You know? But yeah, I know basically no actors, or I barely know any directors as well. I know Josh Whedon, because I've heard people complain about him a lot. I know Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, I know basically no actors, no celebrities. Hell, I barely know any like, singers. So, like, I'm probably the worst person. I was never... Oh... Josh Whedon, yeah. Yeah, no, like, seriously, I've heard a lot of complaints. He was the one who did the first few Marvel movies, and, like, I've just heard so much about how he gutted certain things in it. And, like, the Captain America moments in the Avengers. But, like, no, I just, like, Lord of the Rings is one of those things where it's, like, in my opinion, it's one of those really old ones that, like, you have to get into either when you're, like, much older or much younger, but people won't shut up and just let you watch and enjoy the movies, you know? Oh. Yeah, Marvel? No, not Marvel. Star Wars. Don't get me started on Star Wars. My family has a tradition, for, like, every year, at New Year's, we just, yeah, that's why the helicopter is the worst thing in this game. Every New Year's, we just watch the entirety of the Star Wars movies. We edited that to include, like, some of the TV shows if they're particularly good. And, like, everyone can agree on them. And then we edited it as well to specifically exclude the the new trilogy because that's how much we didn't like it. I mean, like, no offense to the actors who made it, like, to the actors involved in it, like, they are the best parts of those movies. It's the writing. Like, it's just the writing. Like, they took, so I'm a big, I have, like, one big thought on, oh, that's something for him. I have one big thought on, like, trilogies and, like, sequels and series movies. They can be really good if, like, they're done right, and, like, you can try new things with them. But, like, if a sequel is going to ever really stand up on its own, it has to, one, be able to be watched without context of the first movie. So, like, if, like, you don't have context of the first movie, it's still an enjoyable watch. And for a series, I really thought Force Awakens was similar to, Force Awakens was identical to A New Hope. Like, same plot. I like hang around on like YouTube channels, and like one of my favorite YouTubers, Overly Sarcastic Productions, did like a talk when they talked about Mary Sue's and the interpretation of Rey being a Mary Sue. I do not believe Rey is a Mary Sue, in my opinion. She is basically just Luke, but, like, it's just not a good movie. Like, don't hate the movie because the actress is female, because, like, the main lead is female. Hate the movie because it's a bad movie, you know? Now I get to steal the helicopter and fly around shooting everything with it. Come on. Break. You cannot break that dollar, okay. Like, you know, you don't need a reason to hate bad writing, in my opinion, or unoriginal writing. Like, it's very clear that, like, the entirety of, like, the cast for those first, for, like, the Force Awakens really, really love Star Wars. Like, and are very passionate about it, but, like, at the same time, it's just not, it just wasn't unique enough to really stand alone, you know? And then it changed, like, certain character aspects that kind of dragged down the movie in a way. Like, I don't mind Rey. I think, yeah, they rushed her story without really planning it out. Like, one of the people that I saw talking about this without being extremely sexist, was just like, the writer of the Star Wars movies really hated when people could figure out the plot twist that he came up with. Like, everyone was just like, oh, Rey is the daughter of Luke, because, like, it makes sense. We got references and stuff. It really made sense, in my opinion. And then he just changed it to, and then, like, they just changed it to she's the child of a nobody, and then changed it to she's the daughter of Emperor Palpatine, which, like, come on, man. You had a good story moment. You had a good thing with, like, her being the daughter of Luke. You could have really run with that well. But, like, no, you just had to change it and also bring back Palpatine. And, like, how they handled the bringing back Palpatine thing was just so bad. You know? Like, they just straight up... It wasn't that they brought him back with, like, no forewarning. They gave forewarning, just wasn't in any of the Star Wars movies. You know? Even the actress. Yeah, like... It is so sad that, like... Oh, no, I can't... No. Alright, it is, like, so sad that, like... You can see that, like, some of the movies could have been good, you know? Like, some movies just could have been good if they just committed. Like, my sister told me about, the New Mutants. I never watched it, but, like, she described it as you could tell every time they switched a director. Instead of just, you know, sticking with it. And, like, I'm not certain if it was the director's choices or the studio's choices at that point, but, like, you know. Yeah. Like, also they got rid of the entirety of, for, like, Star Wars, they got rid of the entirety of, like, the expanded universe. And, like, that's just kind of... It's not that it's sucky, it's just kind of, like, what the hell? That's what a lot of people like, you know? Like, you get a franchise and stuff, and, like, yes, it has conflicting lore and stuff, because, like, you know, all this stuff, but you don't get rid of what people like in it. And you don't pick one of the worst... like, one of the agreed-upon worst stories from it to make your the plot of your movies, you know? Because, like, I forget what it's exactly called, but, like, the Emperor's Hand, I think it, or the Shadow of the Emperor, or something like that, was just not a very good one. You know? And, like, Palpatine coming back for the third movie of The Last Jedi was... tossed out everything that was set up. Yeah. The second movie, Rey's were important, the Knights of Ren were... Bend was on... Yeah, like, the first movie... really set up a lot. It really set up interesting story beats that, like, people were actually excited to see pan out. And then they brought in a new director for the second movie for, like, no discernible reason in my mind. And just everything got changed so much. And, like, one of the people who I watched once was, like, talking about how the second one was his favorite one, and the reason he gave was so stupid, in my opinion, because, like, he just said it wasn't a Star Wars movie. It's like, oh yeah, it's not what you expect from a Star Wars movie. You're making a franchise movie. And, like, yes, you can be unique. You can be, sorry, I'm getting really worked up about this. Okay. Gotta calm down a little. Like, yes, you can be unique. You can be, you can try new things and stuff. But, like, at the same time, you shouldn't either make fun of what you're making or, make a movie in a franchise. Like, how mad would people be if, like, a Jason movie came out and it wasn't like some form of horror, some form of slasher, some form of, you know, also gave him complete creative control over the second movie. Yeah, like, just don't, you know? Like, it's, so many things could have been done differently if, like, the Disney executives just made better choices about it. Like, I'm also, so, like, as you can tell, I'm a very passionate Star Wars fan. But yeah, like, if there's, like, so many good, Star Wars, like, lore, especially, like, extended universe lore things, and, like, in my opinion. And, like, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I can give recommendations, but, like, for the most part, some of it's really not worth looking at, you know, in the expanded universe. The Ewok, the Ewok movies apparently are really not good. Like, seriously? They also, alright, yeah, that's a comic that you already made. Yeah, the Ewok movies where they, like, they're not even movies, really. Like, they're just like a little mini-series, I think. They're really weird and stuff. Creative freedom should be there, but you should be monitored at some level. Yeah, like, one of the things that made the, the first Star Wars trilogy, right, was the fact that the actors did not feel intimidated by the fact that they were working on Star... Come on. No, please. Please. Just stay on the button. There we go. Did not feel intimidated by the fact that they were working on a Star Wars movie, because, like, George Lucas, good at world building, good at writing to a certain extent, but, like, at the same time, should not be given the ability to write a lot of dialogue. I heard, like, there was this interview with Mark Hamill. I just saw, like, a clip of it, and it was him basically saying, like, basically describing the scene in, like, The New Hope where they're about to be taken into the Death Star for the first time. And, like, he was just like, I was supposed to have given, like, this speech about it, and, like, no one in real life talks like that. And, especially not some farm boy wouldn't talk like that. So it's like, they could talk back, they could actually give their opinion and not feel like, you know, potentially stifled. Oh, don't even get me started on that. Like, it is just, like, even Mark Hamill, yeah, like, it's not Luke. Like, yeah, they wanted to basically do the exact same plot for Rey as, is it Luke? Like, the exact same plot for Rey as they did with Luke, where she's like the hope of the Jedi. But, like, do something different, do something unique. Don't just do that, you know? Like, if Luke on the island was literally just there to, you know, find a way to redeem Ben or something, like, that could have worked. That could have worked really well. But no, they just made him Yoda, but worse and not funny. You know? And, like, Star Wars, the prequels especially, in my opinion, they suffered from the fact that it was Star Wars, you know? They suffered from fame. No amount of, like, stuff would make fans really happy with the, like, the prequel trilogy. Because it's not Star Wars. And, like, yeah, I can understand, this whole thing, because it's not, like, the exact same story being told again, or, like, a new story being told again. It's a prequel story, and then, they also suffered from the fact that no one was, you know, kind enough to tell George Lucas that, you know, people don't talk like that. You know? Like, I get what they were going for. I understand the fact that people change. Sorry, that is a very long comment, and I am in the middle of a fight with these guys. Alright. Okay, come on. Jump out and alright. Like, I get what they were going for. I understand that people change, but the fact that he gave into his impulse, considered the cold-blooded murder of a sleeping Ben Solo on the basis of a vague premonition, pretty much rather undermines his arc in Return of the Jedi, in which he learns to control his emotions and impulses, and made him prone to the temptations of the dark side. Yeah, exactly. Like, they just completely were like, good writing, good character arc, toss it out. It's just so frustrating, in my opinion, you know? Like, alright, let's finish that story. I don't remember if there's, like, a little cutscene here, but, like, it's just so frustrating, in my opinion, that they did that. Alright, can I skip this? Because last time that got my YouTube upload flagged for copyright. Like, yeah, like, it's just so much, you know? So many things that they could have done differently to make the, to make the new trilogy better. And, like, stuff. Like, yes, they gave reference to Rey and to, like, certain things in the, expanded universe. But, like, at the same time, they got rid of the Yuuzhan Vong. They got rid of a ton of stuff that actually, like, made it really made the expanded universe's version of things really, really interesting. Like, they also basically had the Empire, or as soon as it was destroyed, just completely be demolished, aside from, like, some fringe remnant groups. You know, like, that's not only just not realistic, that's just kind of, like, what's it called? The, expanded universe had it be where it's like, yeah, there was a long, like, remnant groups of the Empire that controlled actual sections of the galaxy that the New Republic were basically had made a truce with. And, like, that's actually really interesting, in my opinion. And they could have done so much with that, where it's like, yeah, the Empire just didn't just go away and, like, didn't just be destroyed and burn itself down, only for, like, a new group basically to form it, and stuff. And, like, they fixed that a little in The Mandalorian, which, you know, kudos to them. They realize that, oh, there's a lot of... That was back and not... And not, like, yes, let's do this. Alright. Yeah, like... Alright, I'm gonna say Penguin Submarine. What was I talking about? I don't remember at all. Oh. Okay, one moment. I'm going to take a bite of my food. That is my cat and not my water. Ark in the Last Jedi is that we are told what happened to make him the person he is, but we aren't really ever shown it. The movie explains what happened, but the viewer is like going from epic Luke in Episode 6 to a disgruntled master in Episode 8. And the one flashback that explains why isn't enough to justify Luke's behavior, because it doesn't show how he got to that point. Yeah, like, what are you doing? No, you are not allowed Lego. Because you try and eat it. Okay. Yeah, like, Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, is an accomplished cat burglar with a taste for luxury. She's extremely agile and acrobatic with with her whip. Yeah, like, they never really showed what got Luke to that point. And, like, the expanded universe could have done so much to help that, because, like, it's... I know I'm harping on the expanded universe, but that's like one of the things that I know so much about in the Star Wars universe, in the Star Wars stuff, because like I just love the expanded universe, really, especially the Old Republic. But Luke in the expanding universe had student after student after student turn to the dark side. Like it was just very one of like the jokes that my family kind of did. All right, a story such. Yeah, like not really, but like one of the jokes that my family did about the expanded universe and Luke in particular was just, oh, he's a really bad teacher. Because, like, if you're, like, reading or paying attention to the expanded universe, mostly, he's a really, really bad teacher. And it's very funny to me that it's like, he's such a bad teacher. Because, like, he decided to set up in, like, one of the most, dark side haunted places that the New Republic had to offer, his academy there. And, like, partway through his training, one of his students stumbled upon a dark side ghost who was just like, hey, little boy, want magic? Want magic powers? And, you know, the guy just accepted it and basically, like, caused so much trouble. It's just funny to me, you know? But yeah, like, with what you're saying, yeah, it really needs to be shown, like, what happened and stuff, and they, like, hell, if they wanted to pull the whole, thing of, like, oh, we have books about that, they could have. They really could have done that and stuff for like the Star Wars, for like the expanding universe franchise. Just either rewrite or re-release those books and explain what's going on. But no, they decided to just get rid of all of those book concepts and stuff, and that's just so disappointing to me. They handled it in like one of the worst ways, you know. Like, no flack to anyone who enjoyed they definitely introduced diving into this section. Sorry, I was rambling about diving earlier when I got to a water level. But, like, they really... No flack to anyone who enjoys, like, those movies or anything. They just really did not get what made Star Wars such a prevailing, long-lasting thing. And, like, the expanding universe is a big part of that, and, like, I can actually explain why, in my opinion, it is. It's because, like, the fans wrote the expanded universe. It wasn't George Lucas. It wasn't like, yes, he had ultimate say in whether something in Star Wars could be published, but, like, for the most part, he really didn't. So, like, fans that wanted to explain something really could, while others who didn't like that explanation could just go, oh, it wasn't made by George, it wasn't, like, done by George Lucas, so it's not quite canon, and stuff. Like, that is such an interesting and fascinating, in my opinion, way to handle world building for a series like that. You know? Yeah, The Force Awakens is pretty good, in my opinion. Like, it's one of the few good ones that Disney has made, in my opinion, and, like, that's kind of sad that, like, a massive multi-billion-dollar company that is, like, famous for producing, like, cherished Rogue One is also really good. Yeah. I forgot about Rogue One existing, but I think, like, a lot of people do. But, like, Rogue One, very good. Like, and, like, it's one of the few Star Wars movies where, like, the characters die at the end, and it really doesn't feel... Like, it feels bad, but at the same time, they won at the same time. It feels cathartic, you know? Like, I skipped seeing Solo in theaters because after... Yeah. Solo... Ooh, how do I say Solo? How do I describe Solo, in my opinion? I'll actually just copy and paste what Red said in an Overly Sarcastic Productions episode. Solo is exactly what I expected from a Han Solo origin story. You know? Like, imagine a Han Solo origin movie, and, like, you got a pretty good idea of what Solo was. It's sad but true. It really is. That's, like... Like, I don't understand why they thought it was a good idea to recast that iconic character. I mean, like, yeah. For, like, Han Solo, I kind of understand it. Harrison Ford is Han Solo. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. But like, I kind of understand it. If you're wanting for like a younger version of a character, you're not gonna use the same actor who played them when they were older. But like, at the same time, Han Solo is that character for, like, no, Harrison Ford is that character. Like, fully. Like, Indiana Jones, I could not see any movie where it's like Indiana Jones was not Harrison Ford. You know? Like, it would just feel weird the entire time. But like, then again, one of like the funny trivia facts I know about the original trilogy, Harrison Ford was actually never an actor for it originally. I didn't see it. But yeah, fair enough. If I've heard nothing about a movie, it either means that it's really bad, really good, or I just, like, honestly, my boyfriend is a lifeline when it comes to whether a movie exists or not. Because this is like, honestly, this is one of the first times I'm hearing that there was a new Indiana Jones movie. You know, I can't remember if I've ever heard it before. No, I'm not kidding. I'm genuinely not kidding. I barely learned that Transformers 1 existed, and that was from a hour-long video essay on why it's actually good. Like, you know? Like, okay, probably the things you should, like, everyone should know about me, going into this is, I have no clue about controversy. I have no clue about, who actors are. I have no clue about, new releases of movies. Like, genuinely. Oh, there's Catwoman. Like, yeah, if you haven't watched Transformers 1, I think it's called? Yeah, Transformers 1. A really good movie, in my opinion. It just handles it very well. I can't explain it half as good as that hour-long video essay. That explains exactly why you should like it, why you should watch it. But like, no, seriously, it's just a very good movie, in my opinion. And like, even if you have, especially if you have like complete knowledge of like the, we're long distance. So not really. Unless that is, unless you are putting, one moment, I have to count. Okay. Yeah, no, me and my boyfriend are long distance. The only time we've ever been in the same place for, like, any amount of time was my birthday, several, like, 2 years ago. So, like, yeah, no, not really. I'm also asexual, which that doesn't help. Um, I mean, it helps with the fact that I'm long distance, because, like, I'm really not bothered by it. Because, like, I understand, like, one of the main thing people talk about with long distance being hard is just the physical relationship portion, but, like, I'm not really interested in that too much. But yeah. So, like, you know, that is what it's caught up in. Sorry, my headphone was caught up in a cord, and because I'm having to use my phone to, handle, like, my, chat, I'm having to look down at it constantly, so my, phone cord got mixed up with my, headphone cord, so it got hard to move my head right, you know? But yeah, no, yeah, with being long distance, it really doesn't bother me as much as, like, people talk about being long distance, you know? Like, yeah, I wish that I could spend more time with him, but at the same time, I don't really, like, at the same time, I'd probably feel that way, about his work. So, like, you know. Yeah. Like, right now, he is hanging out with some friends and stuff. So, like, yeah. Yeah, it's very good. I'm very happy that he's in a much better place than when we met, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but, like, he's doing really good. Which is very good for him. I'm very happy. Yeah. Like, of course, everyone is gonna have their, like, quarrels and stuff. But we haven't had that many serious ones. So, like, that's good. Alright, Batman, hop on. That, you know. Okay, but yeah, like, me and him are in a very serious committed relationship at this point. The reason why I'm not, like, describing him as like a fiance or anything, because, like, it's been several years in our relationship and stuff, is because I set the rule when we first started dating that he cannot even talk about marriage until we've lived together for a little bit, so that we know if we're a good fit, and we've been dating for 2 years, you know? So, like, you know, I really don't want to be, like, one of those people who learns that their spouse or anything. Batman, why are you flying up like that? Anyways, learns that their spouse or anything has a really annoying habit that I just can't live with when I get married. Like, that would just be bad, you know? So, like, I think that's what's healthiest for our relationship, to avoid that whole thing. And also, with the long distance problem, and stuff, we just, like, there really doesn't seem like a reason to rush into marriage right now. Also, with the fact that neither of us is gonna get, you know, any of the normal stuff that forces people into marriages before they're ready. Like, that's not gonna happen for us. At all. Catwoman, she has the jewel. Alright. I can't remember... I remember, like, most of the final bosses in these levels. No, Joker. I think it was only a gimmick for Two-Face and... for the Two-Face and Riddler fight. That there were two of them that you had to fight together because I think Joker had unless do you have to fight Harley Quinn at the end of this game? I don't remember. Well, I guess I'll find out, you know? Like, at the same time, not... I said Harley Quinn, not Catwoman, didn't I? Yeah, but, yeah. Oh, the other things that, like, people should learn about me, because I barely mentioned it before, you know, is that, I was in a cult for a while, so my perception of, things is a little skewed. So, like, you know. Yeah. Well, it wasn't technically a cult, but it was basically just a cult, you know? If you want to know how bad it was, like, to get a reference of, like, how serious of a problem this was in my childhood and stuff, my sister, one of my sisters, is in the background of a documentary about this basically cult. So yeah. I did not grow up with a lot of media when I was younger, and did not have like much internet access when I was younger. So I have a very weird whole thing. Oh, Catwoman's cat. Really partial to cats. I mean, I have two of my own. Where are they? Where are the criminals? I forgot to turn on a light, didn't I? Like, I just completely forgot to turn on a light for this stream, didn't I? So I can't see my criminals. One moment. I will be right back. I'm gonna turn on a light. I hope that didn't flashbang you too much. But yeah. No. Yeah, my sister was in the background of a documentary about the cult, so yeah. Alright. The Penguin's special submarine allows him to commit crimes from beneath the waters of Gotham docks. He can dive below the surface to sneak up on his enemies and fire torpedoes at them. Alright. Alright, Catwoman. Gosh darn it. Catwoman just being a little menace. Saucer of milk. I can't remember where, like, the idea or the fan idea that Catwoman acts like a cat so much comes from. I think it's like some like minor comics, maybe this. and like maybe a couple other things and movies and stuff. I really don't know. But like, yeah. Well, let me finish off my food real quick while this just gets started. There we go. Sorry about that. These ones are kind of loud. So like if I'm like sounding quiet or you're having trouble hearing me, just speak up. And I'll try and raise my voice. Boy Cat, what do you want? Mr. Man? That. This has the ability to change. Yeah, I gotta learn the vehicles every time I play like a vehicle level, you know? In this game at least. Because like there are 3 different types of vehicles, and alright. Robin's vehicle has a torpedo in this. Why did they give Robin a vehicle? I know it's Tim Drake's version of, like, a torpedo in this. Like, I know it's Tim Drake's version of Robin, because, like, I've read the manual, so, like, it directly makes reference to the fact that, it's Tim Drake. So, like, yeah, I know, like, earlier I was kind of mentioning, well, not earlier, in like, the first stream, I kind of mentioned that I was, like, I'm fairly certain this is Tim Drake, because, like, unless it's otherwise specified, it's probably not going to be Jason, but, like, how old is Tim Drake in this version? Because, like, if I'm remembering correctly, aside from Damien, Tim Drake is one of the younger Robins when he joined, like... So, like, how old is he? Is he, like, 16 at this point? Or is he young? Actually, when did Tim Drake... What age was Tim Drake when he joined? That might be something important to look up. Because, like, I've made several references to it, and being uncertain how old he is. But I know for... That would actually... Hi. What are you wanting? What is it? What are you doing? Oh, you're just sitting up here to stare at me. And maybe nuzzle my screen, aren't you? You are so cute. Do not look affronted at me. Okay, do not bite my screen. You know? Whenever you do that, I get worried that you're gonna bite my screen. Alright. Sorry about that. Boy Cat has just decided to hop up, and I'm currently trying to figure out what he's doing up here. Because, like, he could just be doing nothing. But at the same time, do I trust him ever? It's like, he could be doing nothing. They could be doing something. And, like, I know I fed him, so that's not a concern. I fed him before the stream started. And right now, he is going for my plate. Okay. Oh. No, Boy Cat, you're not allowed to... Stop that. I know it's not, nothing on there's really gonna hurt you. You had probably worse things for you than that, but like, at this... Boy cat, please don't climb on... Please don't. Boy cat. Boy cat, come here. Come here, mister. Alright. The criminal has been apprehended for right now. Let me see if I can stream with him like this. Alright. Hi. Okay. Let me put my arm there. Because, like, usually he's a good one about not trying to interrupt me while I'm streaming, or, well, not trying to directly get in the way of my game, but, like, at the same time still, you know? He is a cat, and stuff. Yeah, Stevie's the one who will not leave my... Hi. Hi. Yes, I love you. I love you so much. Stevie's more of the one who will, climb up on me and start trying to hit my keypad while I'm playing. But looks like right now she's just kind of resting on her laurels of being a menace to society. Hi. Hi, poor cat. Yes. As I mentioned in like the first stream that I ever did, how I got them is kind of like a sad story, but I nicknamed them slightly a funnier thing. I call them my little cancer kitties. I did not actually name them, because like Boy Cat is just called Boy Cat. Like, I know of several people who would probably name their cat that, ironically or something, but like, no, his name is just Boy Cat because the person who named him did not want to grow too attached to a cat that might die. Which, you know, fair enough. When you're like dealing with a barn cat, you have to recognize the possibility of that happening, because like, you can't control everything that's going on outside for him. But like, Stevie is just one of the ones that like, the more I learn about her backstory, the more I'm like, oh my goodness, poor kitty. But she's named after Stevie Wonder, I think. Yeah, but like, I'm glad to have given these two a good home after, you know, I had them placed. I didn't have to take them in, but I basically just needed a cat, to take care of a mouse problem that I had. And Stevie was a really good one for that, for some reason, even though she's never in her life, had to, deal with that before. Like, she took to mousing like a cat in, well, not a cat in water, like a duck to water. But yeah, like, Boy Cat is the one that I'm surprised isn't more into mousing, because he's, you know, and he was a barn cat. So like, I know like who are the frogs supposed to represent in this scenario, you know? Because, like, I know the penguins are for penguin. Are the frogs supposed to be for Killer Frog? I guess that... Not Killer Frog, Killer Croc. Because he is on the Penguin's crew, or not crew, team in this game. So, like, are they for Killer Croc? I don't know. And why frogs for Killer Croc? Alright, there we go. Got that mini kit. I always keep on calling... I've been mistakenly calling them, not mini kits, minifigures, like off and on. But they're not minifigures, they're mini kits. Like a little micro scale thing that you unlock as a little statue. And I forget if it's like when you 100% the game or what it is for this, to unlock the hidden level. But I remember the hidden levels are sometimes really fun, but like sometimes they're just kind of like what? Kind of tortuous. I remember for this game, it's unfortunately falls into the kind of torturous category. Yeah, no, it has to be for Killer Croc, the frog ships. Has to be for Killer Croc. But it's kind of torturous for this one because, like, usually the hidden levels are like, oh, collect X amount of studs, an infinite amount of time without enemies and stuff. But, like, then they just don't, it's not that they don't give you, like, enough studs, they give you that exact amount. And, like, if you miss even one, you have to do, like, a massive invasive search. But, like, I'm gonna have to play that one eventually during my time streaming this. Like, that's gonna come up because I've committed to 100% completing every LEGO game I own. For streams, and like I mean, like, I could always just decide, no, I don't want to, but like, nah, I ain't no liar. Yeah, the other day streams, Saturday and Tuesday, are a little bit more up in the air about what I'm actually going to be doing, but for Thursday, it's still just LEGO game. Like, currently it's LEGO Batman, but it might become, honestly, I'm probably gonna have, like, a whole little, like, not like post or something. I mean, I might on my YouTube channel or on Blue Sky about, like, hey, which LEGO game should I post on? Should I play through next? To, like, have it be, you know, where it's like, because I know you can do polls on those, or I could just, because I have them all downloaded, fortunately, I could just do the thing where it's like, a straw poll in chat, but, you know, you never know exactly what you're gonna, do. I might just, cause, like, I have 15 LEGO games, so, like, it is going to be a real, like, ask for me to be like, oh, hey, which of these 15 should I do next? Or which of these 14 should I do next? I'm gonna eventually play all of them, but I need the answer for which one I should do next. I mean, I could just, I don't know, I could just do them in order, but like which order, you know? Like order they were released, or should I do like series first and then go to go on to the next series? But then that would just basically be delaying the answer, you know? Alright, let's launch that. Oh, there we go. Got the little mini penguin revealed. Alright, do I need to bomb it or do I need to shoot it? Well, you can check about the bomb. Yeah, I think I need the Joker boat to get into that not so hidden area. Like, I've expressed several times on here that, like, sometimes it just gets so frustrating waiting for free play. Because, like, especially in, like, these earlier games, you don't know what every character is gonna be able to do, you know? I know they've more recently started adding a option where it's like you can oh my goodness, that basically just decapitated Robin and he's fine. Like, I don't think that's normal even for minifigure standards, because like usually minifigures just explode into their components when they die, and that includes their head. Like, yeah. I really don't know if that's supposed to happen, Robin. Maybe you should go and get a doctor to look at that. Like, I know there are several doctors in the Lego in like the Bat in Gotham, but like there's plenty of doctors you could talk to about that. Anyways, for like Tuesday and Saturday, I'm still deciding on for Tuesday, I'm still deciding what RPG I want to play through first. I'm thinking like one. I'm debating between one that's more open-ended, like Skyrim. Waylon Jones, aka Killer Croc, was born with a terrible medical condition. Oh my. Where'd that automatically go? Anyways, still deciding what RPG I want to do. I'm torn between going with like one that's more like Skyrim, more open-ended, where it's like not just gonna have a set ending, and you know, maybe some like play without that ending coming into account, but like, or if I should do a one that has a more definite ending. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have several that could fit either category, really. Yeah. And like for Saturday, that's just more of my experimental streams. Right now, I played a little bit of Hollow Knight last time, but you know, I might play more Hollow Knight. I might not. Actually, I probably won't. I decided that I was going to play some Hollow Knight in my off time, and then I used the same save that I used for the stream. So I was like, "Ooh, that's that's gonna make me feel bad if I, you know, continue to just use that stream. And I don't really know why that would make me feel bad, but it will. If I just continue to use that stream, that, like, save. No, actually, I do know why. Oh, they have, it's a stud multiplier area. Oh. These are so much, like, not that they're so much fun, but they're just such a nostalgic thing for me. Like, I think my first encounter with a stud multiplier area was playing through Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. And, like, you know, that was a really good time for me, at least. Because, like, that was, like, so early in my chat. Boy Cat, what are you doing? Yes, that is my phone, Boy Cat. Are you wanting off? No? No, you are not wanting off. Are you wanting a... You're wanting a back rub. Okay. Oh, you are so cute. Yeah. But, like... Yeah, Boy Cat is my, channel's face right now. I should have used Stevie, but, like... Stevie was just refusing to cooperate to take a photo that day. She just wiggled her head around too much for me to capture a picture because, like, Stevie fits more of the vibe that I was going for. Boycat is just grumpy in most of his photos, unless he's, like, it's a specific photo where it's, like, he's magnificent and majestic. And stuff. Alright. Boycat, I gotta continue to stream. I know. I still got 2 hours. Okay, and I need my hands to do that. Will you forgive me if I let go of you for a little bit? I think you will. You'll find it in your cold heart. Alright. I'm like, this isn't a game that I can stream with you with one hand, unfortunately. I think most games on computers and stuff require 2 hands. Like, unless you're, like, specifically playing a game that's, like... I don't know of any game that doesn't require 2 hands. Oh, the Robin dive suit. Yeah. So it was a Robin suit where it gets first introduced, and then Killer Croc has that little feature where it can dive. Or is it called the scuba suit in this game? I don't remember. I genuinely don't. Cause, like, this game has called some things like Batman has the demolition suit, and Robin is currently wearing the magnet suit, but, like, there are other ones that are just not what you'd expect. Like, they could have named the one that's called the vacuum suit, or the one that's in this game the attract suit, something different. Like, honestly, I just called it a better name, vacuum suit. That easy. But, like, I don't know why they didn't call it the vacuum suit. They just call it the attract suit. Like, the vacuum suit is just such a better name for it, because, like, that's just literally describing what it does. Oh, okay. Robin needs to be... Batman needs to be the one pushing it, and Robin needs to stand on here. Okay. Gotcha. Robin, get on. Robin, get on. Robin, get on. Alright. Oh. It's not called the scuba suit or the dive suit. Of course, it's called the water suit. Because why not? Like, why didn't they just name it like... I know in later games the tracksuit gains like the ability to cross caustic or toxic waste and stuff as well, and also gains the ability to and gets renamed the hazmat suit. But like, you know. Oh, that's why I can't just run over there. Because of that. Okay, got it. Alright. Yeah, but like... And like, I know I'm sounding critical of like, this game, but the Lego Batman games have like a special place in my heart. Because of just... I've played them so much as like a kid, you know? I really gotta stop saying, you know, so much. Like, it's just becoming a verbal tick at this point. Like how sometimes I'll just say y'all, and I'm Southern. And I'm not Southern, unfortunately. Well, no, unfortunately. I'm from the cowboy state. Yeah, but like so many of these like suits, either... I know like the heat suit doesn't make a reappearance, which... Like... I guess that makes sense for that, for Batman... for the Batman game. But for like the Batman 2, for Lego Batman 2, but like at the same time still, like I kind of do like it, and they could have figured it out. Like they managed to get the concept for it down. I know it was just specifically cut because I think they thought it was too niche of an ability that it had, which, you know, fair. It was just basically to melt ice and stuff, and like I think that only really comes up in one level. But like one of the things they could have done, give it a laser, you know? They had so many golden blocks in Lego Batman 2 that, like, you know, it just makes sense for them to potentially add a laser. Oh, that's what I need to do. Robin, get off the ladder sideways. I kind of need Batman to get on this. Alright, come on. There we go. Yeah, but like... there's just so many interesting and unique concepts that video games sometimes just leave out, and it's such a shame in my opinion. Like, I can't think of specifics for it, but like, I definitely know that it happened. In like at least some of my favorite games. That's like, oh, there's this unused costume texture and stuff, or unused dialogue that could have added so much to this kit. Hollow Knight, that's actually an example. There's a lot of cut content from Hollow Knight that implies so much about, not necessarily the world building, but like, yeah, a little bit of the world building where it's like, in the fight with the Hollow Knight, you can dream nail him, and he will have like dialogue that was cut for some reason or another, that just goes like, oh, because he was made, I think he was made on-dream nailable, or maybe it's just impossible to get with like normal gameplay. But like, there's just like dialogue or thought memory dialogue, I guess, for him that like just fleshes out his relationship with the king and stuff. Oh. Why does it give you the glide suit if... Oh no, it gives you the glide suit so you can get across there, but then it wants you to change... That's like... Why give you the glide suit at all at that point? You know? You're just gonna immediately change back to demolition. Also, there's a blue stud right there. Now hop down with Robin so I don't have to deal with those crocodiles. Yeah, like, the level design in the Lego Batman game, or at least this one, has so much toxic waste. I don't know why toxic waste is like... Well, actually, I kind of do. They just want to make like an area that's untraversable or uncrossable for like majority of characters, so that they can give like some characters unique traversing mechanics, you know, to get across it. But like at the same time, it's just a ton of toxic waste. You know? Like, a ton of it. And then, like, there comes that feeling that I mentioned before, where it's just like, I know I'm gonna get something for this, and I can free play this later, but, like, I want it now! Oh, of course there's crocodiles that climb out from there, because, you know, why wouldn't there be? I didn't keep the water suit for Robin. Imagine that could be useful in this scenario later on. Well, I guess since you aren't required to have it for like the rest of this part of the mission, I guess it's fine, you know. And if they'll give it to you, and they'll give it to you if you need it more, but like, you know, maybe they're just like, yeah, you don't need it anymore. You can just take the magnet suit. And nope, they give it to you again. Cool. Yeah, like, that's a great way to prevent soft block, especially with like, I know in free play they give you the ability to entirely switch suits at a whim, but like, I think they do in this game. I might be wrong. Well, as I've said once before in the stream, I'm not omnipotent. I don't know everything. I have a very base surface level knowledge of a lot of things. But like, if I say something that's just completely weird or completely wrong, just tell me, you know? But like, oh, you get to build a... Why are you building the crocodile? Can you ride the crocodile? No, you cannot. It's just gonna have I really like the cute crocodile. Oh, it wants you to hop on the crocodile. Oop. You gotta pump the crocodile's stomach from his studs. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Then pull that, and we'll knock that down so that Robin can get up to get his suit. And like... you know, it's probably a good thing that I didn't go back and get the, dive... I mean... if I got the dive suit before without returning here, would I need to come back to this area? Or would I need to climb that wall? That is the question that I must ask myself in this scenario. You know? Like, was me gonna get the dive suit just gonna soft lock me out of part of the game, or was me getting the dive suit a really good idea? Because like now I can't get the magnets, or was me not getting the magnets, or was me sticking with the magnet suit a really good idea? Because now I can't get the magnet suit, so I'm gonna have to stick with the water suit. And come on, Robin. Haha. Get stuck in the water, boys. And then you just come right out without any problem. What is... I know the level progression. No! I don't know the level progression. Okay. I thought the level progression indicated that you continued on further, but apparently not. Alright, Killer Croc time. Killer Croc battle time. Alright. Punch him, punch him. Punch him real good, Robin. Punch the crocodile. Man. I like how, I mean, I mentioned this in the first stream, that's like, sometimes the bosses for the Batman and Robin levels have like a unique mechanic or like wave system, and other times they're just a slugfest. Like punching until they run away and, do something slightly, where it's like, or like, I think in Mr. Freeze's case, it's just punching, trying to, you know, punch him in the back. No, honestly, he's one of the exceptions where he has a more unique mechanic. All right, and then we get the zoo brochure, so we know where to go next. I wonder if... because, like, in the Lego Batman 3, they established that Robin is really scared of Killer Croc. They also bulk up Killer Croc so much in the Lego Batman 3, it's kind of ridiculous, you know? But, like, what happened between this, or between Lego Batman 2, because I know for a fact that they did have him as a big thing then, because, like, that's what they call them, the bulked up minifigures, like the Rancor would be considered a big fig. Or would it? Is the Rancor considered a big fig? That's another thing that I should get fact checked. But I know the Hulk, for a fact, the Hulk is considered a big fig. and like stuff. So like, is all right, Dr. Kirkland? Yeah, let's just skip him. What's going on? All right, this is the How many levels have we done so far? We've done Catwoman. We've done a penguin. There are 5 in each little thing. Okay, so either in level 5 of this, chapter 1 or chapter 2, we're gonna have to fight Bane, or for some reason, even though they make him a boss that you can fight, you never fight him. Which would be weird. I don't... Because, like, they spend the time setting up Bane, Catwoman, Killer Croc, all these other guys to be like, oh, you know... Although... I guess it kind of makes sense what's going on here, because, like, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think I am, this is supposed to canonically take place after the Riddler thing. So, like, Penguin has already managed to mostly build his machine, and can I speak? Yes, you can. I don't know why you would do this. Come on. Yeah, you absolutely can. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted to all hell by that thing. But, like, are they, like, called a horsey ride? A kitty ride? Or what are those things called? I must know what... I mean, like, they're found outside grocery stores. And I know they're not a carousel or anything like that, but, like, are they known as, like, a kitty ride or something? Or a horsey ride?